Hey guys and girls, it's Amber. I look like crap. It's been a long day. I don't care about my lighting right now, and I'm going to pre-warn you, this video is a rant. So if you're not interested in rant, please exit out of this video. For those of you who are still here with me, it's been a shitty day, to say the least. I won't go into everything, or the entire reason why the day was crappy, but I'll tell you about what topped it off. So I was going to pick up my kids from the Boys and Girls Club, and I get in my car, and I have this scent thing from Bath and Body Works, and it goes in your car. It's a car scent thing, essentially, and I noticed that it was on the floor, and I thought that was really odd. So I started kind of looking around, and I noticed that on my visor is where I usually keep my CDs. I noticed that it was gone. That's also where I keep my Bluetooth, is up there where my CDs are on my visor. That is also where my garage door opener is at. And the garage door opener is still there, but my CDs are gone, and my Bluetooth is gone. So I kind of look around my car a little bit, and I don't notice that anything else is gone. So I call my husband at work, and I say, did you for some reason take my CDs and my Bluetooth out of my car? And he said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, great, I think somebody just broke into my car. None of the windows were broken. I don't want to go into great detail because I don't want my car broken into again, but there is a way to get into my car, and if you're a car thief, pretty easy. If you're not, you probably wouldn't know how to get into my car. So I'm looking around, and I noticed that my little bottle of Bath and Body Works lotion is gone, and my spray, I have a body, actually it's this body spray. I have two of them because I really like the scent. This one I keep in my purse, and I also kept another one in my car, and it's warm vanilla sugar. So they took one of these, and a little bottle of lotion that I also keep in my car was missing. So I said, what do I do? And he said, you should call the police. So I went and I picked up my kids on my way home when I was pretty close to my house. I called the police, and I said I need to report a theft and a vandalism, because I noticed also after the fact, after I was already home, that my tire was really low. The lug nuts on that specific tire were loose, and I'm pretty sure that my gas was siphoned out of my car as well, because I had just put gas in my car so that my husband can use it, and all of that gas was gone. So I call the police, and I tell them this stuff. I tell them I think somebody broke into my car. I ended up finding this. I know lighting's not the best, but this is just one of those things, that go on your visor. I found this underneath my driver's seat. They took all of my CDs. I usually keep a little bit of spare cash. Obviously, I'm not going to keep it in here anymore, but they didn't take my spare cash. They took, like I said, they took my body spray. And I think they intended to take the lotion, but I think they dropped it because I found it kind of underneath my seat, almost in like a position where it was dropped. They took my very expensive Bluetooth, which was one of these guys, a Roadster. Actually, I have a better picture. It looks like this is what it looked like when it was hanging on the thing. It looked like this. They took it. And the thing is that the officer told me, he said, well, last night we caught a guy who was in the area who had been stealing stuff from people's cars. And I was like, oh, yay. He's like, we have him in custody. We have all the stuff that he took. I'm going to go back to the police station, and I'm going to check on him and see if your stuff is there. And he said, I'll call you either way. So he goes, and probably about 15 minutes later I get this phone call, and he says, unfortunately your stuff wasn't in there. However, we found out that this guy had an accomplice, and we are not going to give this guy a court date. He's going to sit in jail until he gives up the name of his accomplice. So I said, perfect, great, I'm all for that. I want to press charges on this guy. I want my stuff back. I guess what initially happened is that somebody had reported that they saw somebody breaking into cars. They went and scoured the area. The first time they didn't find him. Somebody called again, giving the same description. That same last night, somebody called and gave the description, same description. This time they took a police dog out, and he ran, and they let the police dog loose on him, and ultimately they ended up catching him. He refuses to give up the name of his buddy or his accomplice that was with him, and so they said, fine, until you do, you're going to sit here and we're not going to schedule a court date for you. So hopefully it's not the end of this story, and hopefully I'll get my stuff back. I realize that I live in Colorado and there's a crime rate in Colorado, but I pay extra money to rent my home in a safe area because I have children. And I just kind of feel like, not necessarily like the safe area let me down, but the safety of the area let me down. Like, somebody knew that this is the kind of area where you don't have to leave your cars locked. I do. And like I said, this person got in because they know my kind of car and they know how to get into it, whether it be locked or not. I just feel like my personal space was totally invaded. I feel icky. I don't want to drive my car. I don't feel safe. They did it right out in front of my house. It was last night. I was here. You know, it's my family vehicle, and somebody went in it and took my stuff. And I just take stuff like that so personally because I go out of my way to help people. I'm not mean. I don't have bad karma. And somebody did this to me, you know, it just pisses me off. And it's the second time. This is the second time. My car's been broken into. The first time I went to my job. This was in Laramie, where I used to live. I went to my job, and my car was locked. And this car, I think the thing why I took it so personal the first time, and it's not much different this time, so maybe this is why I'm taking it personal this time too, is that I worked my butt off as a waitress. I saved my tips for probably a year and a half, and I bought this car that I wanted. And then for another probably year, I worked my butt off, and I saved all my tips. Waitressing tables, I worked my butt off at a truck stop, nonetheless. And I had fixed this car completely up. This car was mine. It was mine head to toe, top to bottom. I had put in so much money on this car. And I went to work. It was actually at a different job. I was spent by the time I had worked so hard for this money to get this car, to fix this car up. I was done waitressing. So I went to another job, and I actually got a management position to start off with at this other job. And so I was in there, and because it was a management position, I left my phone in my car. Stupid me, it was in plain sight. I locked my car. My windows were down about this much because it was the dead of summer. So each window was down about that much, and it was down about that much too far because somebody managed to reach inside my car and unlock it and take everything inside my car except for my junk mail, which they took out and flung all over. And they were never caught. Nobody ever caught them. Nothing ever came of it, and I know that nothing will probably ever come of this time either. And you know, like I drive a big car, and I had a bag of cat litter in the back because in Wyoming, where I'm from, if you get stuck, it's easy, you know, you can take cat litter and put it underneath the tire of the car. It helps you get out. They had ripped open my bag of cat litter and flung it throughout my car, and I'm still very anonymous in this city that I'm from. We've been here 3 months, and I haven't really met anybody. I know the neighbors, and that's the extent of it, because I I like right now that I'm anonymous. I like that people don't know me. I like that I can go into the store, get my stuff, and get out and not have to chit chat. I like that, my friends are my friends back home, and those are my friends. I kind of was worried in the beginning when this first happened, all these things go running through your head. When I got in my car and noticed that my stuff was gone, I was like, oh no, I work for the public defender's office, and maybe this is, a retaliation for somebody who we just put in jail. Or I just did a ride along with a police officer a couple nights ago, and I was like, oh no, did somebody, see me? Are they punishing me for that? I don't know. And I brought that up to the officer, and the officer said, no, this is probably coincidence. This guy was breaking into a bunch of people's cars. It's probably not just you. But I just want to say that I hope that the person who took from me gets a very long sentence. I hope that you have horrible karma. I hope that you have to face what you did, and I hope that they find my stuff, and I hope that I get to speak to you when your time comes to go to jail for what you did. Because you invaded my privacy, you went into my car, and you took things that did not belong to you. You ruined my enjoyment of driving my car because I feel violated. I feel like somebody I don't know was in my car and took my stuff that I worked really hard for, with absolutely no concern for me or my children, that you would flatten my tire and loosen my lug nuts and steal my gas. I have children that ride in that car, and you fucked up when you messed with my car because my children ride in there. And I hope you have to face me someday, because you are so gonna get it. I'm so angry. Anyways, I hope I get my stuff back. This is a long video. It's a long video. I'm sorry you guys had to listen to this. I just needed to talk, and I needed to rant, and I needed to get it out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Keep your fingers crossed that they find this guy and that I get my stuff back. If I do get my stuff back, I'll totally do an update video and let you guys know. Until then, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys' support, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!